You know who I am.
What then?
And you know the importance of the work that I'm engaged in.
What then?
And you realize that by wasting my time, you are holding me back from my work, and therefore deliberately obstructing the hands of justice. Now, come on, waiter. Let's get this show on the road and give me the 2 roast beef.
But we haven't got any more.
What are you trying to hide, waiter? I'm sure that if I instructed my staff to investigate your kitchen, they would find enough for 2 roast beef dinners.
But all we got is chicken.
I can see I'm getting nowhere here with you, Mac. Miss Martin, you're my witness. I just want you to observe this incident. And if I do not get my roast beef, I want you to serve a subpoena.
All right, all right. Roast beef you want? Roast beef you'll get.
Miss Martin, remind me to look up that waiter's record.
That's great. That's great. Now, for our third number here, this is a number by Theodore Bickel. And If I Were a Rich Man. Okay. Now, that's probably one of the best musicals ever written.
Okay.
We recently interviewed Joseph Stein, who wrote the play.
Ah, okay, that's good. Okay.
So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune?
If I were a rich man, yabba viva viva yabba baba viva viva bum. All day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba viva viva yabba baba viva viva bum. If I were a biddy biddy rich, yiddle diddle 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 man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my...
All right. That's one of the most popular songs. Beautiful song. Have you seen the play on Broadway, or mostly just the...
Yes, I saw the one with... I didn't see the original.
Okay.
Harry Goss, actually.
Oh, okay.
He was like the 3rd or 4th play on Broadway when it ran.
Now,
yes.
this particular version was performed where?
Yeah, this was in Las Vegas, in Caesar's Palace.
Oh, yeah.
But he played Tevye.
Yeah, that's a big venue, Caesar's
yes,
Palace, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, how about Steve Gordon, Take My Rap. This is in the very early period of the rap, when rap was first coming out. And I want to get a look at that hysterical record cover also.
Yes.
Yeah, you could have the record. I'll take the cover.
Okay. Okay, yes.
There you are. And while you're getting that on, we'll take a look at this cover over here. What is that? That's his mother and his girlfriend?
I don't know who that... Oh, no,
that's funny.
The Kosher Five.
Steve Gordon and the Kosher Five.
The Kosher Five. I don't hear the Kosher Five in there, but...
Take My Rap, Please.
They're someplace.
All right. Yes. Let's hear Take My Rap, Please.
From the very start, this record's not a joke. My partner's in Miami Beach, while I'm here having a stroke. The season's hot, my salesman's not. With such tourists, who could stay? So I packed my bags for crossingers. Relax a little for a few days. Tennis who knows from bridge I can stand. It's all the same to me. Just give me a chase lounge and give me a vodka and a nice warm glass tea. So pretty soon, I meet a girl, a fakeler, I am not. She asked me to go dancing, she knew from a hot spot. I took a shower, I took a shave, my schmutter I had pressed. Feeling pretty snazzy, my Estelle would be impressed. But this girl tonight, it's a different story. The bellboy says she's a fox. So I leave the room, I lock the door, oh man, I forgot the mailbox. So I meet her in the dining room, the Chablis Swan was great. The salad bar was free, so we filled up 3 plates. Dinner was over with a Bissell cake, and then we had some schnapps. She said, come on, booby, let's boogie, boogie, till we flats. So we went in the disco. Oh, the music was was too loud. There was this young fella playing records on the stage, and he was...
That's great. You know, there's a lot of funny stuff coming out now. You know, sometimes people think that this Jewish cultural stuff is coming into the mainstream for the first time, but actually it's been happening for a long time with the these kind of numbers. Yeah, parodies and a lot of humor, a lot of great Jewish comedians, right?
Yes, sure are, still are out there, and this one quite unusual. That's for sure.
That's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Now, speaking of comedians, how about Jackie Mason? I think I might have seen him at Grossinger's myself when I was a little kid. We went there, and it was a lot of fun. I remember.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes. Well,
there was a man down there that was trying to convince me to give him my last dime, and you know, his wife was saying, "Stop teasing him! Stop teasing him!" I was 5 years old. I had only one dime. I was throwing it up and catching it, throwing it up and catching it. And he says, "I need a dime. I need a dime." I think it might have been Jackie Mason himself. "I need to call my mother. I need to call my mother. Please, can I have a dime?" And finally, after a lot of coaxing and prodding, I gave him the dime. And then he said, "Oh, you're a good fella." And he gave me he pinched my cheek and sent me away with the dime. I always remember that. That was at Grossinger's.
Yes.
So let's hear Jackie Mason. I think it was Jackie Mason actually that did that. He was kind of giving me a run for my money, so to speak.
Okay. Well, this is from excerpts from his LP, "The World According to Me." It's called "Shrink, I Know Who I Am."
Shrink, I know who I am.
Yeah, and this is on 33 1/3.
Oh, okay. That's the format before the 45. Huh?
It came out a year or so before, actually, in the late 40s. Yes.
I say I don't care if a person lives or not. It's because I know who I am. That's the trick. The great trick is to know who you are. Most people don't know. Thank God I know. I didn't always know. I'm not ashamed to admit it. There was a time I didn't know who I was. I went to a psychiatrist. I did. He took a look at me right away. He said, "This is not you." I said, "This is not me, then who is it?" He said, "I don't know either." I said, "Then what do I need you for?" He said, "To find out who you are." He said, "Together we're going to look for the real you." I said, "If I don't know who I am, how'll I know who to look for? And even if I find me, how'll I know if it's me? Besides, if I want to look for me, why do I need him? I can look myself. Or I can take my friends. We know where I was. Besides, I said to myself, what if I find the real me and I find that he's even worse than me? What do I need him? I don't make enough of myself. I need a partner. 10 years ago, I've been glad to look for anybody. Now I'm doing good. Why should I look for him? He needs help. Let him look for me." He said, the search for the real you will have to continue. That'll be $100, please. I said to myself, this is not the real me. Why should I give him the $100?
I love that guy. I saw him on Broadway once.
Yes, he's something.
He just gets so close to that, that line, and he just, really pushes the envelope.
Sure does. Yes.
It's great. So
now
that we have a broadcaster by the name of Alex Dreyer.
Yes.
And maybe tell us a little bit about.
Alex Dreyer was born 1916 in Honolulu. He died in March of 2000 in Rancho Mirage, California.
Okay.
He was a newsman and commentator with NBC in the 1940s.
Okay.
And he was an actor in films and TV shows from the late 60s to the late 70s. And he was known as the man on the go.
Now, he recorded this monologue, which is a serious piece, shortly after the '67 war. Is that correct?
Yes, this came out late 60s, 68, thereabouts. Yes.
Right after the war.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And now, in the context of our time, we pose a question and frame an answer. What is a Jew? Well, we think we know. Whether he calls himself an Israelite, a German, a Russian, or an American, he is a man with a special kind of backbone that has been tempered by travail and straightened and hardened by an unrelenting determination to be free. And because he is free, and he is strong, every Jew stands taller and prouder today than at any time in the history of recorded man. What is a Jew? I'll tell you.